Look at that. It's out. That's 800 pounds of freaking man meat right there. Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the outside of Chewy K's garage. Let's get right into it. So, you saw this thing when it tried to run me over. Insert clip here. Oh! Oh! That's not parked. So, I did take the front end off of it actually just the other day. There's what's left of it over there, but here we're gonna try and yank the motor out. So the reason why I'm actually going through the effort of tearing this thing apart, I am gonna part the cab out and the bed's super straight, a little bit of surface rust, but really no dents or dings or anything like that in it. Cab is okay-ish, but I'm gonna sell it complete. So all the glass, windows, doors, you know, just everything. So steering wheel is a little worse for wear, but it's a nice column, tilt column. AC cab, I have all the stuff for the AC, even though everything kind of got knocked around. Everything's still in decent shape. Anyway, getting off track. So the reason why we're tearing all this stuff apart is because this is blocking egress, right? I got to get this guy out of here. He's the next project. So we'll go more over that once I get this bad boy out of the way. But for now, this thing's going to lend its tailgate and make me a good tool bench. So this, you can definitely get a better idea of how bent and mangled everything actually is. So sitting on a couple of jack stands down there. Look at that. It is wobbly. I don't know how much you can see about that because I'm shaking myself too, but frame should not be that wobbly, and it also should not look like a, you know, shouldn't look like that. That's bad, not good for driving down the road. So all that being said, and you know, for everybody's enjoyment, let's go ahead, we're gonna set up and just start doing what I got to do to pull this out. I think I'm gonna pull it out all in one piece. The transmission mount's already busted down there. Most of the stuff, it kind of is started a self-removal on itself. I am gonna try and get the headers out. Don't know how. It is pretty smashed in right here, so not sure how that's gonna work. May or may not work. Might have to sawzall some of that. Those headers are trashed. I mean, it started up and ran, but they are bent and mangled. Likely won't fit in another chassis again. Probably gonna have to pull the MSD unit off. That was one of the reasons why I got this truck. I mean, it's got some good parts on it. So anyway, enough yakking. Alright, so update, nearly out. The two front motor mounts are really all that's holding this thing in here still. I do need to lift the truck up and move it back so that I've got some room to work with my engine hoist. And then I'm gonna reach under there since I have this spare Turbo 400 yoke and stuff it in there so I don't leak fluid all over everywhere any more than I already have anyway. All right, we're set up, so it's all something from here on out. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Pretty wedged in there. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get this flange so hot. So I'm trying not to put my fingers under there as much as possible. Now, normally these things practically install or deinstall themselves. It's not much work when they're bent all pretzely. Oh my. Got it. Alright, so let's see if I can lower it a little. Although that's not the side we want to lower it necessarily. But not much I can do. That'll do. So the jack's under there to kind of help drag the shaft or the thing out. Oh yeah. This way. Oh, oil pan. Well, it's out anyway. So all right, I'm gonna see if I can grab a strap or something and snug it around the back of that and lift that up. I don't know which side is better. You know, sometimes it's just do what you can to get it out. I am still worried about swinging it over here, right here, though. Maybe a couple more. Good thing about doing it like this too is you're not as high as you normally would be if you were had to pull one of these out. Oh yeah. Still like that it's up that high, but I gotta figure out how to pull it over there. Damn it. I'm pouring the whole damn pad. That's all I got to say. Shit. Just need enough to set it down. Guys say 1,000 pounds a piece. I think we're about to put that to the test. Yes, sir. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. 1,000 pounds my ass. That's all I got to say about that. That does not like that at all. Sweaty and dirty. So that took 23 minutes just to get it out, but look at that. It's out. That's 800 pounds of freaking man meat right there. Yes, sir. And I don't know if you can see the size of those exhaust ports. This is a good engine. We'll go over why I got this. Well, actually, I got it because the dude said it was a 427. Never believe anybody, even if they're your friends, because they can be wrong. And they were. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this in there somehow through that door, over that threshold. But all right, that's enough of this. All right, you guys, so it's the next day. Well, actually, it's not the next day. That's a lie. It's been a few days, and it is the middle of the day. And to get the engine around, I actually rolled it right down the side of there instead of doing all that trying to roll it over that threshold. Anyway, in case you were wondering, it was fun. Took 3 of us to keep that thing from rolling down that 8% grade of a driveway. So I think to end off the video on this one, I'm gonna go through and kind of show you what this big old hunk of man meat actually is. So it's kind of cool. It's rare for a 427. That's why I was saying you can't trust anybody when it comes to what an engine is. You got to go off the numbers, off the facts. That's all there is to it. All right, so we're gonna look at that, and we're gonna go through kind of some of the stuff that came off it and why it was really a good deal for a wrecked truck. So let's do it. Oh, and I forgot to say that this feller here is going to be helping me with the filmography, so he's going to be the cameraist and see if we can get some sick shots, bro. Anyway, I don't know where that came from or why I said that, but here we go. All right, so according to internet legend, this is not a 427 like I was told, as the air cleaner that was on the truck would say that it was. Let's look at the numbers down here. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 100,69286. So according to the interwebs, that's not a 427, and it's barely a Gen 4 big block, actually, or I guess a Mark 4 big block. I'll pass you off to my lovely assistant. Let's throw this over in the middle and we'll do a walk around as I'm reading it. And I figured out also on these 1,000-pound Harbor Freight dollies that if you get it set right, it will hold. So that's actually what we rolled this down the side of the house and down my 8% driveway and then back in the garage with. So anyway, let's see if we can do this without tipping this thing over. So far, so good. All right, I think that's good. So we'll get the strap off, just so we can bask in the glory that is Big Block Chevy. Kick down switch, don't need that. Don't need a dipstick. Old bolt. All right, let's get this chain off of here. Okay, chain's off. There she is. He, whatever. All right, so let's read about what I found. So, a 1990 4-bolt main Mark IV high performance block sold over the counter. So supposedly it's a crate engine, not even really an engine that came in a vehicle. In 1989, the GM Performance guys were looking for a new headquarters at the GM Performance or at the GM property, and in the corner they found a lost casting from the 72 LS7. Supposed to come in a 73 Stingray, but didn't, and they got the okay to cast 700 LS7s. They did some research and addressed the weaknesses of the original block, and this casting number, the 286 casting number, is what they came up with. So supposedly, and I'd have to pull all this apart to verify, but that's kind of why I'm stoked on this, is it's potentially some really good stuff. 4-bolt main. If I ever wanted to build this thing up real good, the potential is there. So anyway, that's enough rambling with that. So we'll just start with the valve covers. So we got a wicked set of Mickey Thompson valve covers. It says built, I don't know, I'm guessing this is just a sticker, but even that, this block and everything did come out of Tonawanda. So what else we got? We got an old school Edelbrock intake, just aluminum water pump. Let's go over what we've got over here. This is an old school MSD 4-barrel throttle body fuel injection, so that's kind of cool, and it ran great. Obviously you saw me run it over, saw the clip, or saw it almost run me over, and we saw the clip from the beginning of that. We have an unmarked distributor, but it's a Hall effect, so it's one of the digital things that's built. I have no idea, and I looked for a part number before, so it's probably some Chinesian build. Kind of smells like sweatshop. Don't know, but spins smooth, and obviously it ran. So we got the MSD throttle body, and I have the whole setup, obviously removed it from the truck, and then we've got functional, too much junk in the garage, MSD 6T. So some good stuff, and a MSD fuel injection fuel regulator. So, you know, some good parts. I mean, that's just, this right here is like $2 grand worth of stuff if I had to go buy it brand new. I mean, this is a few years old, but if it works, it works. All right, let's pull the heads off of this, or the valve cover off anyway. All right, I love this tool, by the way. For a cork gasket, that wasn't stuck on there very well. Look at that. Oh man, old school cast, Mickey Thompson, tall valve cover. Doesn't get much more cool than that. Ooh, so there's a surprise also that didn't know I was gonna find. Pro 775. Oh, 7075. Throw it down in the comments if you know what these are, because I have never seen so PVS. I have a set of oh, I don't even remember now, I bought them so long ago, but they look like they're all aluminum. Some good stuff, so that's good. Let's see, are those still running the rotators? It looks like it might be, but it's no, just a single valve spring with the damper inside of it, and they are the right here, hard to see, get the angle on it, the 049 head casting. So I think they're similar to the 787, so that's a big, or a good oval port anyway, with a big chamber on it. So not super awesome, but I have no idea what pistons or anything are in this. It seems like it has a cam in it. Insert idle clip here. So, I mean, that sounds pretty good as far as a old school 454 goes. And then we've got the world's crustiest turbo 400. If you've seen crustier, let me know. I mean, that has got to be nearly original to this truck. I mean, there's that looks like there's literally 60 years worth of gunk. You can't even see the bolts right here. I mean, I've worked on some crusty stuff, but that's crusty. So that's funny, actually. I mean, look at the seal in the back. It's surprising that it's actually, good grief. What if this thing's just held together with grease? What if I get all of that off of there and there's actually no transmission, it's just all grease? That would be weird, right? So anyway, that's a quick walkthrough. I'm pretty excited about this one. So This one's either going in a project that has heretofore been not mentioned, or the blue square body truck on the side, but I've got some other stuff I'm gonna do with that. Where was I? I was spitting, but not rapping, just literally spitting. Oh, square body on the side. We're gonna do some stuff on that. I'm gonna try and hop up the small block that's in there, just for fun, just some cheap, whatever cheap Summit cam I can get in there, and springs. We'll throw, I don't know, $300-400 bucks at it. Try and get, I may swap this transmission into it, because it's got the wobbliest SM465 you've ever seen in there, and it pops out of third gear. You've got to hold it in third gear when you drive it. So, but more on that. I'll do the review, you know, and the reveal on that. But I'm pretty sure this particular short shaft turbo 400, I can throw a 4x4 adapter on the back and whomp, slide that MP208, 203. I don't know. It's a 1980 Chevy, but who knows if it's original. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I think that's it for the episode. You know, just some cool old school engine stuff. I mean, everybody's doing LSs. Even I appreciate a good LS. This is LS. This is going to get a turbo, you know, all the fancy stuff. But I am going to do an old school build. Well, I say old school drift or 4x4. So is there such thing as old school drift? I don't know, but you might find out on a later episode of Chewy Kate's Garage. So thanks guys, and we'll see you next time.